Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch out, watch out. 29. Tie your rope.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
You got 4 down. 31's the mic. Let's go, Heavy.
Express.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Here's Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards the pickup there. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side.
Here we go. Double tight, guys, double tight.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Slam.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers on 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is fielded at the 7. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
30. Express. No chance. Check 52.
637.
From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's got room. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and that's complete to Luke Wilson. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Third down. New 80. Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, it's Gordon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Round 80.
Rivers to throw it. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 2, Carr. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hey, Rocket.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Big hold to the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They go play action here on 1st down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Come to Wild World. We won.
0.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Rivers throws there, complete to Allen. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Black 11. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Red Delta. White.
Got one. Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam.
3rd and long for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Hey, Alpha.
Tackle. 31's the mic.
Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Wilson snags it left side. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And his throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Set. Hey, bro, 80.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Play action now. Rivers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Left.
Kill. Turn up. Q. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. I got you, punk.
Hey, 79. 79.
Now Rivers going deep here for Allen. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Allen, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Carr to throw. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 22, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. To throw, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Jim.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Motion, check. Shift. Hey, alert 3. Shift.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch that in, tight end right.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon.
You ain't going nowhere.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2.
Mike 5-4, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Here's Rivers. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Gordon on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those up. And now here is another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got it. Check. Lucky.
Hey.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, Rocket.
A toss play, Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Black 11. Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 54.
Hey, easy.
It's just me and you.
Shoot.
From the gun, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's Badgley now for the Charger field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Badgley able to knock this one through. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strong right. Strong right. 4 down.
Throwing again. Carr. It's caught left side by Cooks. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr completes it, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Again, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing here, Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Gordon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.